Drum and bass has the amen break. Hip hop frequently samples Change the Beat and James Brown's Funky Drummer. For the lo-fi scene, they seem to have adopted Shiloh Dynasty. Let's find out why. Run that intro. What's up, gang, and welcome to Inspired By, a series where we look at the musical trends past and present to understand the techniques used and then make better music. If you don't know me by now, I'm Will and I make music under Hushchild. I'm going with a little bit of a different background today because I want to kind of bring in the winter and make it a little bit warmer, but if you guys don't like it, let me know in the comments and I'll switch it back to how it was before. Today I want to underline the fascination of Shiloh, her success as a lo-fi sample, and in true Inspired By fashion, show you guys how you can recreate this effect with a different sample. So let's get started with who Shiloh Dynasty is. If you're familiar with the backstory, feel free to skip to the timestamps below. So this is what we know so far. Shiloh Dynasty is a mystery, but we do know in 2014 had some viral success on Vine. She was posting a string of short musical clips only featuring part of her face, her guitar, and her voice. Shiloh's fame only grew when she was sampled by Swell on I'm Sorry. Shortly after this in 2016, Shiloh Dynasty posted one last photo to social media before disappearing into the abyss. And after that, she caught the attention of Timbaland, Potsu, and XXXTentacion. Since being sampled on XXXTentacion's album, she has been sampled by hundreds of lo-fi artists. So let's look at why she's sampled so much. Well, Athema Kumis, editor of music culture at Spotify, said, "Sampling Shiloh Dynasty in the lo-fi community seems to almost be a rite of passage the past few years. With every new wave of producer, there seems to be a particular artist or scene that developing producers fixate on. Before Shiloh Dynasty, for the longest time, it was Aaliyah, rest in peace. Can't say for certain why Shiloh Dynasty is in this position right now, but I think the piercing emotional quality of Shiloh's voice that feels so universal combined with the allure of mystery and the unknown certainly plays a factor." And I think I agree with this for the most part, but I definitely think this runs deeper. So let's break it down. Lo-fi music is such a popular genre for communities that want nothing but soothing background music whilst they go about their daily routines. For the longest time, this was smooth jazz. Think about it, smooth jazz featured calming waves of brushed snare strokes, thumb-plucked double bass that rolls over you, and of course breathy swells of brass and extended piano chords. These tracks became nostalgic samples for the lo-fi community and was only intensified in electronic music production with the addition of being able to isolate vinyl crackle and warp the master track as if you were listening on your parents' lost vinyl. All this said, it's not only comforting in a nostalgic sense, but it works ear candy wise too. Shiloh's music is often recorded at a distance through a phone. If you look at this EQ, you can tell that it's going to be a dream for an aspiring beatmaker to work with. This is the EQ from one of Shiloh's vines. There's relatively no high end, and when we cut the low out, it makes for a clear passage for our beastly 808s to sit. You can see why Swell's flip of Peep Shit did so well. The track is brilliant and the synths sit perfectly. But our mid-range melodies are taken care of by Shiloh herself. Finally, limitation breeds creativity. I'm sure you've heard this before. Well, Shiloh's Instagram is a perfect example of this. Shiloh is, as far as we know, not contactable. Is contactable a word? Contactable? We can't get in contact with her. And there's no amount of Googling that can find the full version for any of these songs. So you're left with only being able to sample 7 to 15 seconds of this beautiful voice. It's your obligation as a producer not to only turn this into an interesting loop, but an enjoyable song as well. There's so many Shiloh songs out that I thought it'd be really easy for this video to get flagged. And I didn't want that to happen. But then I thought this is a brilliant opportunity to try and recreate that sample effect with a brand new sample. So I asked a member of my Discord, Sahar, to send me something recorded in a similar fashion. Let's jump into it. So let's put an EQ on our Sahar vocal. So you can see here that, you know, that mid region might be a little bit of a problem, but we can taper that back. We've got some noise in the low end, and the same as the Shiloh vocal, we've got that dip around the kind of 15k hertz region. So I'm just going to taper that mid region, like I said. And already that seems a little bit tighter than it was. I'll probably come back to that cue point. I'm just going to follow the slope on the left-hand side there. And let's, oh, that's the wrong one. I'll set that there. Let's taper that cue point and just bring it in to more of a short cue point. I need a kick drum. And what we're going to do, as the kick, always getting his money's worth. What I'm going to do is create just a side chain for my vocal to sit on and a lot of my instruments to sit on. So I'm just going to choose side chain and bring that threshold down a little bit. And you can just hear my vocal bounce slightly there. So let's arrange the drum section. Obviously, we're going to start with the kick. And what I'm going to do is just transpose that kick drum region, and I'm going to use that forward transient method that we've seen in a bunch of videos by now. Just taking off some of that excess noise. We need like a little click, a little snap. I'm going to use that same method to get rid of some of the room noise. Then what I'm going to do is stack those layers so we've just got a snappier, more sharp click. This one looks nice. Alright, so what I need is a hi-hat. So I'm just going to throw this hi-hat into sampler. And what that means I can do is I can highlight a region and then create MIDI notes along that. Then I can very easily pitch notes down and up to give us those kind of rattle hat sounds. And what I think I'm going to do after is just create a syncopated hi-hat. So just that 3/4 sound. Cool. On this, I'm going to add auto pan, so it just moves around the headphones a little bit. Obviously, I'm going to EQ it. I'm also going to add some delay, kind of like a go mids effect, where we just have this low pass kind of hi-hat sound moving a little bit, just to give it some stereo width there. Okay, let's just add some reverb. What I would normally do is put some reverb on Ascend, but today I'm feeling lazy and I want to do the thing that isn't as sensible or as quick as putting it on Ascend. We all have those days. Cool, so I want like a kalimba sound. It's not going to be as sharp as this, but... Cool, so just like a little offbeat pattern there with loads of reverb. Take out some of that low rumble. What I'm going to do is invert the early and late difference, and it gives this warble kind of effect, which will also sidechain. Pretty much sidechaining everything to that either first muted kick or our actual audible kick drum. Yeah, I like that better. All right, let's add some bass. Just the D and the C. Nice and easy. Some tambourine, not too fussy with my tambourine, so we're just going to copy that up. Add some reverb and add some sidechain. Let's give the vocal a reason to get out of this samey kind of loop and add some bass. At this point in the composition, I got totally stuck in the loop. I turned the camera off, and when I came back to it, I created the 808 section, which I forgot to record. So here's what that sounds like. Yeah. All right, we're moving. We're out of the loop now, and that's sounding nice. It's sounding more like a song. We're pretty much there, guys, I think. I want to add something metallic here. Cool. Quantize. I think what we'll do is just chop up this and just use it as stabs, almost like the operator bass. Loads of reverb. I think we'll put maybe the A there. Yeah. I'm super happy with that, guys. At that point, I think I'm gonna switch the camera off. I'm gonna mess about with the arrangement a little bit more. If you guys hop back in 30 seconds, you'll hear what the finished track sounds like. As always, guys, if you're digging what you see, please do like and subscribe, as it greatly helps out the channel. And I just want to say thanks to the 900 subscribers that I've gained in such a short space of time. We're so close to 1,000, and I really, really do appreciate you. There we go, guys, a reimagination of a Shiloh sample turned into an entire song. And if you enjoyed that, you can stream the entire song at the link below. One last note before I wrap things up, guys, I'm currently holding a beat battle at my Discord, which you can join below. We've been blessed this time around with a friend of mine, Lemsy, who's gifted us some vocals strictly for the beat battle. On the 30th, he's going to help me judge who the winner is, and that winner will be featured on the next episode of Inspired By. I hope to see you there. As always, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Ow.